Hi guys, welcome to today's class. Today we have a strength and Pilates fusion. We're going to be using 2 small hand weights today. I've got 2 kilograms, so just choose your weights obviously with what works for you. We're going to get started by coming straight into it. So starting with some breath work, bringing the hands onto the knees, just closing down the eyes and just lengthen through the crown of the head. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Just take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out of the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out of the mouth. Just find one more breath here. And keeping those eyes closed, we're going to bring the hands either side of that rib cage. Take a deep inhale, feel that chest expand. And on the exhale, think of closing those ribs together. Inhale, open into the chest. And on that exhale, think of sliding those ribs down to the hips. Just find one more breath here. And just slowly blinking those eyes open. We're going to get ready coming through our warm-up. So bringing those hands directly under the shoulders, running through our cat-cow. So on that inhale, belly drops. Just looking up with the gaze. And on the exhale, rounding the spine, pressing that mat away. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, rounding the spine. Just find one more here. Back to that neutral spine. We're going to send that right arm underneath the left, just dropping the ear down to the ground. Inhale, bring that hand back to the mat. We send that opposite arm underneath. And slowly come back through center. Tuck those toes under, send those hips high into a downward dog, and just pedal through those heels. Taking any movement here that feels good for you. Maybe we sway those hips side to side. Just allowing the back of the legs to warm up. Maybe we come up onto the tiptoes, and maybe we just come back to that pedal. And when we're ready, just finding stillness here, even weight between the hands and the feet. On that inhale, we're going to ripple forwards, coming up onto the toes. We come forwards into a high plank. On the exhale, sit back to the heels, send that bum high into that downward dog. Good. Inhale, we ripple forward. Exhale, sit back to the heels. Send that bum high. Good. We're here for 3 more like this. Last 2. We're going to meet in that high plank after this next one. So when we're ready, coming into that high plank, we're going to step that left foot to the outside of the left hand, dropping that back knee, untuck those toes. On that inhale, we send that left arm overhead, open through the chest. Good. Exhale, drop that elbow down to the inside of the ankle. Inhale, open through the chest. Exhale, drop to the ankle. Good. We're here for 2 more. Last one. And dropping that hand back down to the mat, tuck those back toes under, step back into that plank. We step the opposite foot forward, dropping onto the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, drop elbow to ankle. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Good. We have 2 more here. Last one. And just dropping that hand back down to the ground, stepping back into that plank. We're going to hold here. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just dropping down to the knees. We're going to get straight into it. So we're going to take just 1 hand weight, coming onto our backs, and just bringing that hand weight into the right hand. Left hand is either going to come onto the mat, or option to bring it to the side of the head. Elbow is going to come nice and wide. We're going to take an inhale through the nose. On that exhale, tuck chin to chest. We're going to come all the way up into seated. Good, super slow. Inhale, we lower through the back. Lower back first, then the middle of the back, and then the top of the back. Good, take an inhale, exhale, lift. Good, really blowing that air out of the mouth. Find that engagement through the core, all the way up, all the way down. Super duper slow. Good, try and keep that elbow as wide as possible. We're here for 3 more. Last 2. Good, we're going to stay lifted after this one. From here, we're going to sweep that right arm down by the side. We're going to send that left leg long. From here, hinge back at the knee, arm comes back overhead. We slowly roll down through the spine. Good, now option to bring that hand back onto the mat. If that feels better for you, just give you a little bit more added support. We sweep that leg, sweep the hand, arm comes back overhead, super duper slow, all the way back down. Good, we're here for 3 like this. Perfect, think of lowering bone by bone. Do not rush coming down, keep it nice and controlled. Good, last 2. We're going to add on to this sequence after this next one. Good, keep lengthening through the spine. Now as we come down, everybody's going to bring that hand onto the mat. Exactly the same movement, tuck chin to chest, we come all the way up. We sweep that leg. This time as that leg comes down, we're going to let it come down to the ground. We're going to slide this hand slightly behind, drive through that right heel. We send those hips high. Good, super slow, come all the way back down, drop that bum to the mat. Keep that leg long as we come all the way back down. Good, now we're going to add on, take an inhale, exhale, tuck chin to chest. We're going to reach up towards those toes. From here, let that leg drop down. We drive through that right heel, send those hips high. Good, inhale, lower. Super slow, all the way back down to the mat. We reach for those toes. Good, keep that spine nice and long. Drive through the feet. Perfect, keeping that tailbone tucked as we send those hips high. We're here for 3. Good, control all the way back down. Last 2. Perfect. Good, we have 1 more here. As we come out of that hip lift, we're going to come back onto the ground, stay on the bum. We're going to come back to that leg sweep, hand comes to the side of the head. We're here for 4. Lengthen through the spine. Last 3. Leg stays lifted in 2. We stay lifted in 1. Super duper slow all the way back down. Good, take an inhale. Exhale, we lift, tuck chin to chest. We're going to draw that leg to tabletop. Good, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Good, we're here for 5 more. Good, really connect into that breath. Last 4. Really good, guys. We're here for 3. We're going to stay lifted in 2. Good, this is our last one. We stay seated at the top. We're going to take an inhale. We sweep that leg, the arm over the knee. Exhale, squeeze that right oblique, come back through center. Inhale, we sweep. Exhale, come back through center. Use that right oblique. We're here for 5, 4, last 3. We're here for 2 and 1. Super slow, come all the way back down. We're going to come straight to the other side. So bring in that weight into the left hand, bringing the feet back onto the ground. Right hand can either come onto the ground or it can come to the side of the head. Just wiggle those feet a little bit further forward, give us some space to work. Take an inhale. Exhale, tuck chin to chest. We come all the way up into seated. Good. Inhale, super duper slow, all the way back down. Good. I want you to come down as slowly as possible. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift. Good. Keep lengthening through that spine. Lower back meets the mat first, then the middle of the back, and then the top. Good. We're here for 4 more. Good. Keep strong through that shoulder. Think about dropping those shoulders away from the ears. Really good. Last 3 here. Good. We stay seated in 2. Good. We're going to add that leg extension after this next one. So next time that we lift, we're going to stay lifted. We're going to send that right leg into tabletop. We extend that leg, we sweep. We hinge at the knee. We slowly come all the way back down. Good. So exhale, tuck chin to chest. We come up to seated. We hinge at the knee, straightening that leg, sweeping that arm down. Arm comes back overhead. Super slow with control. We roll all the way back down. Good. We're here for 5 of these. Good. Keep finding length all the way through those toes. I want you to imagine somebody pulling those toes away with a piece of string. Find length as we lift and as we lower. Really good. Last 4. We're going to stay lifted in 3. Last 2. We're going to add that hip lift after this one. Good. So send that right leg long as we come down. Take an inhale. Exhale, tuck chin to chest. We're going to reach up towards those toes. Just bring that right hand down to the ground. As we let that foot drop down, slide that right hand behind. We're going to drive through that left heel. We float those hips high. Good. Inhale, we lower down with control. Super slow, come all the way back down to the ground. Good. Exhale, lift. We reach for those toes. As we drop that leg, slide that right hand out behind. Drive through the heel. Super duper slow, all the way back down. Really good. We have 5 like this. Good. I want you to think about keeping those ribs connected, trying to avoid the rib cage flaring open. On that exhale, think of drawing everything into a central point. I want you to imagine we have a little piece of string, drawing everything to the center of the core. We lift up from the lower core. We pull down from the ribs. Really good. Last 2 here. Keep driving through that left heel. Nice, last one. We're going to stay seated as we come back down. We're going to stay in just that leg lift. Take an inhale, exhale, lift. Good, we're here for 5. Leg comes to tabletop in 4. In 3. Last 2. And 1. Leg comes to tabletop, hand comes to the side of the head. Take an inhale, we sweep that weight over the knee. Exhale, come back through center. We're here for 5. 4. Last 3. 2. And 1. Super slowly come all the way back down to the ground. Really good. Send both legs long. We bring that weight now between both hands, squeezing those heels together. We're going to take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, tuck chin to chest. We're going to draw those knees into tabletop. From here, keeping that chest lifted, we're going to send those legs long. Arms come overhead. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw the knees in. Draw that nose close. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze through center. Good. Keep squeezing those heels together. We're here for 7. 6. Last 5. Legs stay long in 4. Last 3. 2. Keep legs long on this one. We crisscross those toes for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good, guys. Dropping those knees down. Just allow that weight to come down to the side. And maybe just rocking side to side. Letting those feet come onto the ground and just let those knees drop over to the right. And drop them through center over to the left. Really good. And from here, just hugging those knees into the chest, just rocking through the length of the spine, coming up to seated. We're going to come now onto the right knee. Left leg is going to come forward. We're going to bring that weight onto that right shoulder. So left knee is forward, right knee is on the ground. We bring that weight onto the shoulder. We're going to start off by coming into a press. So take an inhale. Exhale, we press. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now I want you to think about slightly tilting that tailbone forward, finding that engagement in the core. Think about squeezing the ribs together. Good. We're here for 4. We're going to add on in 3. Last 2. And 1. Now next time we come out of that press, we're going to slide this left arm down the inside of the thigh. We send that right arm overhead. Now on the exhale, we're going to squeeze through this right oblique as we lift. Good. Drop that weight back to the shoulder. We add 1 press. Good. 1 lengthen. Squeeze that right oblique as we lift. Good. We're here for 5. Last 4. Good. Drive through that front heel. We're here for 3. Last 2. Good. Last one like this. We're going to add on here. So we have that press. We have that lengthen through the side. We come up. As we lift, we're going to drive through this front heel coming into a knee drive. So drive through this left heel. We draw this right knee up to hip height. From here, maybe we add a press at the top. Super slow with control, drop that weight back to the shoulder. We step that leg back. We gently tap that knee down back to the top. We have that press into the obliques. As we lift, we add that knee drive. Good, super duper slow. Tap that knee down, press, lengthen, lift, and knee drive. Perfect. We have 4 more like this. Good, staying super slow and controlled. Last 3 here. Good, driving through that front heel. I know that arm is burning. Stay strong here with me. We've got 2 more after this. We're going to take some pressure off those shoulders. Good, last one here. We have that press, lengthen. As we lift, we come into that knee drive. We're going to stay at that top. Draw that weight back onto the shoulder. On that inhale, we're going to open the knee out to the right side. Exhale, draw it back through center. From here, we step that foot back. We drop the weight down to the ground. We add a row. So draw into that knee drive. We open to the right. Exhale, draw back through center. As we step that foot back, let that weight come down. We add a row. Good, this is our pattern here. Good, super duper slow. Find a spot on the floor to focus on. Good, option if we want to add more to the shoulders. As we come out of that lunge into the knee drive, we can add that press back on. Maybe we keep that arm stacked overhead. As we open through the hip, then we drop down into that row. Good, we're here for 3. We're going to add on in 2. This is our last one here. As we step back into that lunge, we stay there. We're going to add on a scooter. We draw the elbow into the waist. We step that back foot in. Inhale, send everything long. Exhale, we squeeze. Good. We're here for 6, 5. We add on in 4. Last 3. Good, keep those shoulders back and down. Do not let that top back arch. Last 2. And 1. As that leg lengthens from here, we're going to hinge at the elbow, tap that back knee down. We lift back into that skater. So we lengthen, we tap at the knee, we hinge at the elbow. We lift, we scoot. Good, we're here for 5. Last 4, 3, last 2, and 1. We stay in this lunge. We're here for 8, tiny pulses, 7, 6, 5, 4, hold in 3, last 2, and 1. We hold, we float that front heel, tiny pulses, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, that is a burn. So coming straight to the other side, right knee is forward, left leg is on the ground. Weight comes over that left shoulder, tailbone is slightly tucked. We start off in that shoulder press to take an inhale. Exhale, lift. Good, we're just here for 7, 6. We add on in 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Next time we come out of that press, as we drop to the shoulder, we're going to slide that right palm down the inside of the thigh. We lengthen that left arm overhead. Good. Think about squeezing through this left oblique as we lift. Good. Back into that shoulder press. We slide the arm down. Good. Squeeze that oblique to lift. Good, we're here for 5 like this. Last 4. Good, we're going to add on in 3. Last 2 here. Last 1. Good, now back to the top, we add that press. We're here for our obliques. Now as we lift, we're going to come into that knee drive. So driving through that front heel, we come all the way up to standing. Maybe we add that press. Super slow with control, step that foot back, drop back down to the knee. We come back to the top, we have that press. Obliques, into that knee drive. Perfect, this is our movement here. We're here for 5. Good, keep driving through that front heel. Last 4. Good, stay strong through that shoulder. Last 3. Good, we're going to stay standing in 2. Good, squeeze that oblique as we lift. This is our last time coming up. We have that press. Obliques. Into that knee drive press. Drop the weight back to the shoulder. Inhale, open to the side. Exhale, come back through center. Step that leg back. We drop that weight forward. Slight bend in the front knee. We add a row. From here, come back to that knee drive. Maybe we add that press at the top. Maybe we keep that arm overhead. Good, super slow with control, we step back. Add that row, straight into that knee drive. Good, we're here for 5 like this. Really good, keep driving through that front heel. Connect into that breath. Good, if we're struggling with that balance, just making sure we're finding that spot on the floor to focus on. We will have one side that naturally feels better than the other. Good, super slow. The slower we move, the more control we will have. Good, we have just one more here. Slowly stepping back into that lunge. We're going to add that scoop. We're here for 8. 7. We're going to add on in 6. 5. Keep those shoulders back and down. 4. We add that lunge in 3. Last 2. And 1. Keep everything long. We tap the knee down. We hinge at the elbow. We lift. We scoot. Lengthen. Tap. Good, we're here for 6. Last 5. Good, everything stays long in 4. Stay in that lunge in 3. Last 2. Good, last 1, we stay in that lunge. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold in 1. We float that heel, we pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, guys, stand up, shake that leg off. We are all done. You can slowly come back down to the ground and just take a moment to reset. Just coming onto our backs and just let the knees drop out to the sides and let the soles of the feet come together. Hands can come onto the belly, or maybe we send them overhead. Just take a deep inhale through the nose. On the exhale, just let those knees come heavy. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out of the mouth. Just allowing that heart rate to come back down. Just allowing that nervous system to soften. Just take 2 more breaths here. And slowly drawing that left knee into the chest. We're just going to take hold behind the thigh, sending that leg up to the ceiling. Just press through the heel, lengthen into that hamstring. When we're ready, just taking circles through that ankle. And dropping that ankle on top of the opposite knee, just taking hold behind the right thigh and drawing it closer to the body. Maybe pressing that left knee away with that left elbow. When we're ready, slowly switching sides, drawing that right knee into the chest. We send that leg up to the ceiling and just press through that heel, lengthen into the hamstring, circling through the ankle. And dropping that ankle on top of the opposite knee, just taking hold behind that left knee and drawing it closer towards the body. Maybe pushing that right knee away with the elbow. And just slowly untwisting the legs, taking hold behind the thighs and just rocking 3 times through the length of the spine before we come all the way up into seated. When we reach the top, just crossing those legs over and just bringing that left arm across the body, taking hold above or below the elbow, just looking over the opposite shoulder. And just slowly untwisting, sending that arm out to the side, forearm drops down to the ground, and just allowing the arm to come overhead. Think of sending that right seat bone down towards the ground. Slowly coming back through center, opposite arm comes across the body, and just looking over that same shoulder. Allowing that arm to come down to the ground, we slowly send the opposite arm overhead. Just sending that left hip down towards the mat. And slowly coming all the way up through seated, closing down the eyes, taking an inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, let them go. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, let them go. One more inhale, arms come overhead. Palms come to meet, drawing those hands through heart space, bowing the head to the hands, just thanking yourselves for showing up and moving your bodies today and taking this energy and strength through the rest of our week. Remembering that the strength we find on our mat is within us off the mat too. Thank you so much for moving with me today, guys. I will see you again for the next class.